how's it going? I am out on my new bike. If you've been following, I have just become the lucky owner of a Santa Cruz Bronson. I've had I've had two Bronsons previously, and I am absolutely hyped to have a version 4 MX version mullet bike, mixed wheels, and I'm going to be racing this at the EWS 100 in just over a week. And I got it last week. I've had one ride on it and I need to get comfortable on it. So yeah, I'm at my almost local trails in Aberfoyle. I'm going to take a few runs today. So the plan is to get warmed up and ride the same trail a few times. So I'm going to start off with Nimmo's into Bat House. If you're familiar with the trails here, pretty tech steep, not super long, probably 2-3 minutes of riding. Yeah, enduro style trails, and I'm just going to get comfortable on the bike and also in my racing setup. So I am, yeah, got pants, knee pads, goggles, full face helmet, and I'm on the Bronson with, yeah, I've made a few changes to the setup. It's pretty much stock, except for I've put my preferred parts on. So I've got Continental Argotal tyres. I'm running a soft compound with a downhill casing at about 18 psi. We'll see how that goes. I've got a Physique saddle and I've got Crank Brothers pedals. So all my usual setup pieces, and the bars have been chopped to 740 and they're 750 with the grips on. So yeah, that's the bike, that's the setup. You know what trail I'm on. Yeah, I'm going to try and get comfortable and remember how to ride an enduro bike, and also hopefully remember how to go fast. It's been a few years. I think I was saying 2015 was the last time I did an EWS, which was my only time racing an EWS, and 2018 was my last enduro. I had a pretty good season of enduro in 2017, I think. It might have been 2016. But I've had some decent results in the past, been quite happy, and I got to a level where I was and really enjoying the racing. So I'm fitter than then, but I am going to be a bit of a fish out of water when it comes to riding the bike. So that's a lot of chatting. I'm going to put the camera away. Let's go for a ride. Okay, first run, just going to be a little bit of a warm up, cruising in. That's the plan at least. See how I feel on the bike. Oh, it's weird wearing a full face helmet. Just getting a feel for the trail, not trying to go too fast. Awkward corner. French style end around. It's always pretty tricky. It's a pretty gnarly trail, this, to be fair. It's always kind of tech. And there's a rock garden here. Always gives me a bit of a fright, this one. Gotta play the catching pedals. Oh. Getting loose. Okay, down at the Bat House now. Bad line now, a bit sloppy. So I'm trying to remind myself to be chill and just warm up down here. It's the first run of the day, so expecting it to be good isn't really the best idea. Yeah, I feel a bit like a fish out of water, to be honest. Not the smoothest. And the bike feels mega. Oh. Run one done. Warming up. It's always a bit of a shock to the system dropping in, but it felt okay. Like I say, it's quite a technical trail and I'm still getting used to this bike. One thing that's interesting is wearing a full face helmet. I never wear one, but I'm going to wear one to race, I expect. So one thing that's quite interesting is my vision is different. You know, I can see this peak, I can see the helmet around me, and also with the goggles there's like points where the lens is attached on the air brakes. Yeah, I'm kind of aware of them, so it just takes a bit of getting used to. So yeah, that's why I'm out. Getting used to the setup, getting used to the bike, getting a feel for it as well. And that was, yeah, kind of trying to have a cruisy run down there, but the bike, I didn't even get close to pushing the limits of the bike, you know. So there's way more in there. I'm going to do a second run now. I think I'm going to section, so I'll ride the top section, Nimmo's. One thing that I'm going to be thinking about is that rock garden, where I say it always gives me the fear. I almost caught a pedal, and if you catch a pedal there, there's lots of really high rocks, and if you catch a pedal there, you will go right over the bars into a bunch of rocks, so no fun. So instead of trying to, not thinking negatively when I come into that, thinking positively about where I want to be, getting my speed under control before I go in, feeling relaxed, and just letting the bike do its job through there. That's another thing that I want to do on this bike, is it's so capable that I want to be allowing it to just ride through sections, not being too precious and trying to hop. It's not like riding on my Blur, where I have to be really accurate and really precise. I'm going to just let the bike do what it can. So second run, I'm going to drop in, we'll see how it goes, and like I say, I'll probably stop off at the forest road before dropping into Bathouse. Second run, let's see how this one goes. Try to get this a bit better. To this. Yeah, a little bit nicer. Pedal strike again. Oh my god. It's so hard to talk on this. Oh, too fast. Oh. Ah. Oh, just run wide on that corner. Oh man. Yeah. Regroup. Drop in. Okay, back it off a little bit here. Didn't want to. Went a little bit hard there. Almost ran wide on the corner, or did run wide in the corner, I should say. Oof. Oh, that was a little bit better. God, this bike is unreal. Holy. Holy. Ah. Jesus. Okay. Didn't do a great job at riding steady. 2 runs down. Again, I'm trying to ride steady. I'm trying to ride smooth and in control, and I don't know if it's nerves, I don't know if it's feeling a little under pressure because I've got the camera running and I'm planning to share this, but I feel like I'm going a bit fast. You see I pushed wide on that turn. Not sure if I'd call it a crash, but definitely put a foot down. But yeah, third run. I plan to do 4. I've been riding for about an hour. Yeah, third one. I'm going to try and cruise. I'm going to do a full top to bottom. I'm going to try and think of this like kind of like a race run, but I want to have confidence in my cruising speed. So minimize mistakes, actually think about what lines I'm on, because I'm kind of just riding pretty reactively just now. So try and get smooth, in control, stick to a bit of a process. So really deliberate braking, really deliberate line choice, really deliberate pedaling. That's what we're going to go for. So let's see how it goes. I'll try and chat as we go down too, because although it's pretty hard to talk down here. Treat this one like a bit more like a race, so go. Mistake last time, so try to get under control again a bit sooner. Oh, keep overturning on that turn. Regroup and then stay smooth. Pedal. Up there. Okay, that was a bit more intense. Back up. That last run, you can probably tell there wasn't a lot of talking. It was pretty intense, so quite happy with it, apart from maybe standing the bike up a little bit on the exit of some of the corners, stalling a little bit in. It's almost maybe not carrying speed as nicely as I can, but the corners are quite difficult. So I'm going to do one more. I don't think I can push much harder, so I think it's more going to, your finding time is going to be more about making things a bit neater, a little bit smoother. So the one big mistake to try and fix, which is that kind of turning in a bit too hard before dropping onto the road. So I'll give that a shot. Yeah, just try and neaten it up, and also the kind of awkward rooty corner at the very top, like I think it's like the third corner down, probably fourth corner down. I feel like I can get that a little bit neater as well. So it's one that doesn't ever really feel that great, but it's just trying to be patient. You almost need to stop about a third of the way around and pivot to line up for the exit. So give that a shot, and then I think I'll move on to a different trail. So let's go. Running wide. can. Oh, I'm not feeling good here. Oh, I lost a lot of time there trying to get my feet back in. So, made a mistake. As this is a race run, the key thing is to try and reset. Not to try and go faster, but instead think, right, the time's behind me. Just make me get back on task and do what I wanted to do before. So the mistake's been made. Railed that turn. And back under. So back to being smooth. Focus on the task ahead. Look up. Back on the pedals. I've been wanting to, I want to try and get this corner better. A bit smoother. Oof. Holy. Okay, fourth run there. About 2/3 of the way down, I unclipped my left foot. Maybe 2/3 of the way down Nimmo's top trail, unclipped my foot and was trying to get it back in for quite a long way, which is, it's difficult when you're riding something like that. So I ended up backing off, making sure I got clipped back in, and then tried to resume. And hopefully it came across on the audio that the goal then is to just accept that you've made a mistake, or I try and accept that I've made a mistake and it's done. What a lot of people try and do when they make a mistake, they maybe mess up a corner or they have an issue, is they then trying to push harder to make up time that they've lost, and that just doesn't work. Trying to push to then catch up time is a real common thing people try to do, but it's a bad idea because generally it just leads to more mistakes or a crash. So best thing you can do, or just in my opinion the best thing I can do, is accept it's happened and just get back into the swing of things, back to what I'm trying to do, which is hit my lines, brake in the right places, be relaxed, be smooth basically. And I guess that's worth talking about because I think that's pretty common. So I'm back at the van. I lost the, I'm not sure how, but I lost the microphone cover on the GoPro, and the brightness was crazy on that last downhill. So I'm going to wrap it up there. This is probably pretty long already, so a little bit of an insight into just getting comfy on the Bronson, and I'm already feeling pretty good, so quite excited. We're Tuesday 24th, so practice for the EWS starts on just over a week today, Wednesday 1st of June I think. I'll be doing the stages for the e-bike race, checking out all the stages for the EWS E in the Tweed Valley. So I'll hopefully get this thrown together and online. I'll just keep it rough and ready. So if you liked it, like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you want more. I say it's pretty long form and quite rambly, so if that's of interest, let me know. If you'd rather some shorter things, I can do that too. But and we'll have some high quality stuff coming with DW Agency and Wahoo, so keep your eyes peeled. First one of those will be dropping pretty soon. Anyway, goodbye.